Hey guys, welcome back to
Ieatpie.
And today we're eating sushi.
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a long while. Actually, I need to get my phone so I can figure out what we're eating.
What are we eating? Well, this has a tail, this has a tail, this has a tail. And Giddo is eating blueberries in his, what do you have, in flax? In your yogurt and oatmeal and rice.
His faves.
Yeah.
Alright, so these two look similar, but one of them they're not the same. So we have here is the Bonfire Roll. It has avocado, cucumber, crab meat, spicy tuna, and on top of that with some tobacco and sweet potato flakes. And their tobacos are green and blue, or green and red, if you can't see that. Here we have the King Kong roll. 2 pieces of deep fried prawn, crab meat, avocado, cucumber, barbecue unagi, tobacco, and sweet. No, this is King Kong roll. Sorry, this is King Kong roll. It looks like this one. And then we have this one here, which is the Thai roll. 2 pieces of prawn tempura, cucumber, avocado, crab meat, Thai tempura on top with a basil sauce.
Oh.
Yes.
Cool.
Alright, we're going to pray and then we'll start eating. Heavenly Father, thank you for today. Thank you for this food. Thank you for time together. I just pray that you bless us for our body. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Are you ready to eat?
Eat.
Everybody's like, huh? What was that?
Alrighty. So today I'm gonna update you about my dad. It's gonna be, it ends in good news, which is good. So a while back, I guess 2 weeks ago now, my dad was admitted to the ER, and he said it was completely fine. When I texted him, it's like, don't need to even come. And 2 days later, he was intubated. So
like not talking, asleep, while they sedated him, I guess. Mm-hmm. So it went from thinking, oh, it's not that big of a deal to, oh, it's a very big deal. Mm-hmm. Life-threatening.
Yeah. So he had headaches for a while, and he never went into the hospital or anything like that. He's stubborn like that. And the day that he did admit himself, he didn't want the nurses to put IVs in him or just anything in general. He was just not very, what's the word?
Cooperative,
exactly. So they have him all set up. My sister, thankfully, was there. So she was able to calm him down to make him cooperate a little bit more.
Yeah, which was good.
Mm-hmm. It was so good, though.
Okay. Is that delicious?
Let's try one of these ones. Look at the green.
Oh yeah, the tobacco. Okay, which one should I try first? Does it matter? These two are the same, or these two are different as well?
The same.
Oh, they're the same. Okay.
Just the basil?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know some more.
Hey, Mommy, give you more.
So anyways, he's intubated. No, he wasn't. The first day he wasn't intubated. He had to be sedated because he was trying to fight everything. So they had to tie him down. And then the next day they had to intubate him because they had to lower his blood pressure. Because he's had high blood pressure for so long that they call it
not taking his...
Yeah, because he wasn't taking his high blood pressure medication for a long time. And so they found out the reason why he actually went in was because he called his doctor, and the doctor said, "Oh, your blood pressure is pretty serious, pretty high. You need to admit yourself to the ER." And so he did. And so when they admitted him, they noticed that his blood pressure is really high. So they gave him some blood pressure medication and sedation to lower it. They sedated him, and he was just out until they were able to figure out what was going on with his blood pressure. And so the first update we got was that he had what's called an aortic dissection, and it's type B, which basically is your aorta the blood pressure is so high that it started tearing the aorta, the bottom of the aorta, and then into his abdomen. Not a medical emergency because it was chronic, but at that point we didn't know. We didn't know if it was a medical emergency. They just said that they couldn't perform a surgery to make it better. So he was basically sedated for a week and a little bit, and so they found out that wasn't the main problem that they were worrying about at that point, because they were more worried about he was starting to have seizures now. And these seizures were happening quite frequently, maybe every couple minutes. And they didn't know what was the cause of it. A couple theories were that because he was so used to such a high blood pressure for so long, that his organs got used to it. And now that the blood pressure is lower, the blood that was going to his brain and to his organs were his body was kind of shocked to have so little pressure, right? And so that's what they initially thought was what's causing the seizures. We still don't know what was causing the seizures, but now he's not having them anymore. He's not completely fine. He's awake now. But the scary part was because they started taking him off the medication to see if he would wake up. It took him 3 days to get to finally wake up. So we were nervous because I asked the doctor, and I asked him, "Is there a possibility that he doesn't wake up?" And he's like, "Yes, that's a possibility. It's not looking good right now." And so we were like, "Oh man, we're just praying every day for a miracle."
Had lots of people praying.
Yes, we had so many people, and thank you guys for praying as well. What else happened? So yeah, he was intubated and sedated for about roughly a week and a half, or maybe in 2 weeks. And the doctor said, "Oh, well, we have to take him off the ventilator because it's damaging to his lungs." So they were gonna give him
because he had pneumonia.
Yeah, he had pneumonia, and so they were gonna give him a tracheotomy, which is a little slit right here in your trachea, and then it helps you breathe, which is better for the long term for his lungs. So that was supposed to happen last Wednesday, but God woke him up on Tuesday, so then he didn't have to go through that. So we were super thankful for that. And when the day we saw him, he's right now he's still not able to talk completely. My sister, was it my sister or maybe my mom and my uncle were able to talk to him for a bit, but he's still on the mend of trying to get back to normalcy, I guess. So yeah, I probably...
He was sitting up in a chair for a little bit, and then it was tiring for him, so he went back to lay down. So little by little.
So yeah, I mean, I'm sure I missed so many more details, but that's the gist of it.
Yeah. So right now, he's still in the hospital. But he is able to sit up a little bit every day.
But he is frustrated. He's very stubborn in that he doesn't like people helping him. And he doesn't like to be in the hospital. He doesn't like laying down. He doesn't like a lot of things. But he's awake, so we're just hoping
Did you
that...
tell him about the hours?
Oh. So what was the most frustrating part of the whole thing, besides the fact that we didn't know what was going on with my dad? They were kind of guessing at the point. And the most frustrating part was figuring out who was going to visit him, because they only allowed 2 visitors per day and only for 2 hours. And from our whole family, it was hard just scheduling. So my sister was kind of dealt with the scheduling part, which she did an amazing job. But yeah, it was like we as a family weren't able to see him every day. We'd have just to like communicate through like text and like, oh, this is an update on how Dad's doing today. Oh, this is what the doctor said. So. Me and Shannon and Giddo went in to see him once.
Mm-hmm. He had the hiccups the whole time we were there.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him. But he wasn't awake at that time.
Mm-hmm. And it didn't feel real until I like even going to the hospital that first day seeing him, like standing there, it didn't feel real that he was, because he was awake 2 days ago, and then now he's in this state where he can't hear me, probably doesn't know I'm there, and then like I was kind of shocked, and up until the point where I just like I felt his hand, and then I just started crying because the emotions came. So that's a little update on how my dad's doing. We'll keep updating you, but it's been a crazy month, so our videos might be here and there, here and there, here and there. Which one do you want to have? This one? This one? This one?
Not that one.
Not this one?
No. Yeah, you get to go on Thursday to see your dad.
Mm-hmm.
He'll go with his mom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When I first gave him one, he was like,
Oh, really?
He turned his head. Yeah.
Oh. No, as soon as I gave him, he was like eating it up. He was like, yeah.
But then I put it in his mouth and he started eating. I was like, okay, it's not that bad. And then he said, more.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, last one, guys. Right.
So, yesterday we got together with my sister-in-law who's from New Zealand. And she brought us some fun stuff that you can only get in New Zealand. You can't get them here. You can get Whitaker's chocolate here. Oh. Anyways, this is Tip Top Jelly Tip Block. Raspberry flavored jelly in white and milk chocolate. Whitaker's chocolate. Because yeah, we were talking about here how you can get Whitaker's chocolate, but there's only like a few different kinds. So she actually brought like a kind that had like honeycomb in it and a kind that had something else in it, and this kind has jelly.
See, this reminds me of the
Okay.
Big Turk.
Oh my goodness, it can come right out. There's the raspberry jelly.
It's so good. It reminds me of a Big Turk. But these are better.
Cool.
Shannon doesn't like a Big Turk.
I'd like to know who out there actually likes Big Turk. More? I'll pull out the jelly.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa. Wow, baby.
Uh-oh. You got the whole thing. It's like, all done.
No, no. Ay, ay, ay. You're supposed to take a bite.
You took a bite, all right. A big bite. All right, guys. Well, we still do need prayers for my dad, just for recovery, but thank you so much for all the people that have been praying for us and him. We hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and send prayers. A positive shout out goes to P-Trick Box Breaks. I always watch McDonald's mukbangs when I get McDonald's. First time seeing you guys, but thought it was funny after the first bite. Everyone nodded their head. I find a lot of people doing this after first bite. Yeah, the first bite is usually the best.
Because you're like hungry too, and you're like, I just want to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
There you go. Yeah. Bye. You're so cute. You're so cute. Also, leave your comment below. What do you think if during the day Kiddo and I did a video together? I don't know how that would go. Ah! You get me all dirty. Would you get me all dirty? Where's your dirty hands? Kisses.